Good afternoon. Today is Friday, February 1st. This is the first installment of a video series that we're going to call In Session with Sam. This is basically going to serve as a weekly update every Friday on what the North Carolina State Senate has done in the previous week. And boy, this has been a big week thus far. I was so proud to be able, as my first official act as a state senator, to help co-sponsor the new North Carolina Medicaid expansion bill. This is a bill, folks, that I think is morally and economically the right thing to do for our state. Not only is this going to provide coverage and close the coverage gap for over 500,000 North Carolinians, 20,000 folks living here in Wake County, but it also creates 43,000 jobs that are needed in areas of our state that need economic revitalization. So just an exciting time with the introduction of that bill. We'll see where it goes from here. After we were successful in the last election, I issued a couple social media posts and an email, and I called it My Three Promises. And I wanted to reiterate that today in the first installment of this video series. So promise number one goes to constituent communication. You are always going to hear when you communicate with our office, either by calling the office voicemail and or sending us an email. You're going to hear back from us within 24 to 48 hours max, depending on message volume. It is critical as a legislator that we are promptly communicating with constituents, and I want you to know that that is the first promise we make and is a top priority of this office. Sometimes that response may be that I need more time to respond, but at least you're going to know that people are reading your emails, listening to your voicemails, and we're going to take your concerns forward. Second, I made the promise to hold quarterly town halls, to take questions from constituents about bills and initiatives that are before the North Carolina State Senate, of course, impacting people's lives. Our first town hall is going to be in March. We are still in the planning stages for that, so many more details to come via Facebook, Twitter, and other social media feeds, so be on the lookout for that. And my third promise was through our commitment to public education. That was really a core principle of our campaign, were the North Carolina public schools and the focus that we need to regain on the North Carolina public schools. So I do promise here in 2019 to substitute teach 20 days this year, this calendar year, in the Wake County public school system. I'm also going to teach 20 days as a substitute teacher in 2020, next year. So I just wanted to throw that out there because I think it's critical that as a member of the Education and Higher Education Committee, to the extent that I can gain firsthand experience, I need to. And I think the only way to do that is not necessarily by just touring schools or listening to teachers, but just jump in the schools and actually teach a few classes and see what it's all about. So that's it for this week. Could not be happier again with how the week went. And I'm excited to see what happens here in the coming days of the session. I'll see you next week.